every man of power had either harems of women or they was promiscuous in some sense.
But didn't David
So
have multiple wives?
who?
Didn't David have multiple? Didn't David have multiple wives?
Yeah, no, actually, David cheated on his first wife.
At some point, he didn't have multiple wives.
Then he had multiple wives, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
They were never. He was.
yeah.
They were never
Yeah. So like, men of power was never
monogamous.
monogamous. So one of the things I always say on my podcast is like the last powerful man that ever existed on the planet that was monogamous was Adam,
And
because
look
all
what
he
happened
had
to
was
him.
Eve.
And look what happened.
Yeah. So
That's actually an interesting
So
point.
don't ask him how did he do it. Ask him who else did he want?
There was nobody
there
else.
wasn't no one there.
But he wanted Eve.
I mean, I'm sure
What
he's
did
seen
he
a couple
get?
angels, maybe that he. Who knows?
Okay, I'm dating this girl for the last 3 months, and she asked me to borrow $1,000. Should I lend it to her? I'm not her boyfriend or her sponsor.
I'll let you answer first.
I would say so I do coach men as well. I coach men and women. I really don't talk about it. I'm like the modern day Hitch. Everything is secretly. But what I would say to this
anymore.
young fella, well, I mean, it's nothing that's promoted really too much. But what I would say to this young fella, I would say as long as the woman is adding value to your life, help her out, because that's the gentleman thing to do. But if she's not adding value in your life besides sexually, it's useless. Don't do it.
Like it.
I would tell him leave her because the fact that she needs to borrow $1,000.
That too.
So
Low points.
no, it's cool. You can have a low point, but not after 90 days of knowing you.
No, I mean, like, is $1,000 a hardship for you? If it hold on, Mr. Rico.
I thought that was the answer.
Like, if $1,000 isn't necessarily a hardship for you, like it's not even a sweat or whatever, and this isn't her life. This is just a low point. You still wouldn't lend it to her? This has been 3 months.
Well, here's my problem with that. If a dude was in that position and he needed to borrow $1,000 from a woman that he only knew for 3 months, it'd be leave him. I'm not saying that they wouldn't, right? But I'm saying we're also projecting, but let's say
Don't let it be tax season.
a majority standpoint.
That's when niggas be on their best behavior.
Right? He gonna get it.
But 90 days, if you need, especially if $1,000 isn't a hardship to you, that means that you're probably in a better position than she is. 90 days isn't, in my opinion, with my theory, is not enough time that has transpired to risk where you're at for somebody who's at a low point. When you're dating, and we have women that say this all the time, date what did this girl say? Date what's in your bracket? Date within your bracket,
Oh yeah.
right? As a man, a lot of times we don't date in our bracket, and usually when those relationships end, those men become the bitter men that y'all talk about. Those men become the spiteful or
Why?
because they've invested so many times and came up with nothing. So if date within your bracket, if she needs to borrow $1,000, you simply tell her, I don't feel comfortable doing that for you because you're not my girlfriend. If majority of the world makes less than $50,000 a year, I'm highly, highly doubt that there's only 10%, 15% of people above 6 figures.
No,
So
but
there's most people are dating within their bracket. Like, based on numbers, it's impossible for most people to date outside their bracket. There's not enough
If
people.
we're talking about a bracket where it's like it's not a hardship, right? A man, let's say he's part of the 7%. He makes over $500,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
And he's 42. Typically, he doesn't want to date another 42-year-old professional who's also within that 7%, a woman per se. He's going to want to date maybe a younger person who is figuring it out. She's not there yet. Like, what we see is that men typically don't want to date women who are in their bracket because it comes with too much demand.
Well, you
I'm just gonna say this.
yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about 7%, Marie.
No, I'm talking about the 7% that makes over $500,000.
Yeah, but you're also talking about him dating 7% too within,
Yeah, dating
right?
within his bracket.
So we're also talking about only 7% of people who can even do that and have that option. So the reality is 7% versus 93%. Those are anomalies. And yeah, they have that option. They can do whatever they like. Now, unless our guy over here is in that 7%, then we need to have a different conversation. Because I would still tell him date within your bracket, but with different reasoning. But what I'm also saying is more likely than not, he's probably a part of the 90 or 85% people. And with that being said, you should not be lending out $1,000 to somebody that you've only known for 90 days, especially if you're in America with inflation up right now. You're like, you're bugging, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I would also say, to the young fella, you always want to be view things from a standpoint to mitigate risk. So, like I said, if she's adding like true value, I'm not sure how much value she can add in just, 3 months, but if she's adding value, she's down for you. You see that she's not just viewing you as income. Then if you have the income and you truly like this girl, I would say cool. But if not, of course, what Rico is saying, you always want to, mitigate risk and truly how I would operate, that's a red flag if she's asking already, because obviously her life isn't together. Obviously she's coming. Maybe she only likes you because she's vulnerable right now. You know what I mean? All of us happen to, seek others during our vulnerable states. So it could be something like that. So you have to assess the situation and see what's best.
Marie, can you do me a favor? Miri, can you tell me the average price of the wedding ring in the U.S.?
Oh, I think it's like 4,200, but I will let you know.
So you mean to tell me?
I will let you know for sure.
So you mean to tell me if somebody asked me to borrow $1,000 in 90 days, and me knowing that the average price of a wedding ring is $5,000, do you feel like in numerics, 20%, you're going to invest 20% of the average wedding ring into a person? Do you see this person as your wife? If not, no.
Yeah.
Very simple. $1,000 for 90 days doesn't have to be a hardship. You could have 10,000 in your account right now. It's not gonna really move anything. But at the end of the day, if the average price of a wedding ring being purchased in America today is $5,000, before you lend $1,000 or $2,000, you need to ask yourself, do I see this person as a wife or as a for real significant other right now? Because you're asking for 20% of what the average cost of a wedding ring that is purchased here in America is today.
Let me address this. I
That's
think
kind of crazy if you think about it, right?
Yeah, that's facts.
It
Though.
makes sense, no?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally wouldn't go so deep.
I was just about to say
So as to look at,
You gotta
so
go
as
deep
to like
sometimes.
compare it to the price
of
of
a wedding
ring,
I agree.
because there's so much more that goes into like just the cost of a wedding ring. There's so many other factors. I've never picked out a wedding ring, but this is what I've heard from like my husband and other guys I know who have gotten married or proposed to their wives or whatever. But
They didn't get no $5,000
I don't know what they got.
wedding
I don't. But
ring. Have you seen your wife? But she
this is actually like the point that you made about red flags.
Yeah.
Because my question would be like, where's your support system?
Where's your mama?
You've only known me for
Yeah.
3 months. Like, why are you asking me? Like, do you not have close friends? Where's your family, your siblings? Like, to have zero support system,
Daddy
such that
issues,
you're
maybe?
asking a
stranger.
3-month stranger, that you probably don't know that much about. Like, that's like the biggest red flag. Like, you have nobody. And like, really, do you as a man want to deal with somebody who has nobody?
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility, a huge responsibility. That's just like, I don't think if I was a man that I would want to date a woman who didn't have a dad, didn't have brothers, didn't have uncles, didn't have nobody else like in their family to like balance out their life with a man's perspective. That's weird as fuck, for me, in my opinion. So
It's not weird because it
is weird.
it's some people's
I
reality.
I get that, but their reality is weird to me. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's unfortunate.
it's unfortunate for them, but it's weird for me and for my life. I would see it as a red flag
So
because
family dynamic.
just because like
Yeah.
the family dynamic is
There's no male figure
it's
in their life.
It's imbalanced. And imbalance is gonna always like rear its head somewhere. It's gonna like show like the symptoms are gonna like
They gotta come out.
yeah, they're gonna come
Yeah.
out at some point. So again, I just want to go back to the fact that it would raise a lot of red flags for me to just wonder why this person doesn't really have anybody in their life to, like depend on.
And what is this $1,000 for? Yo, like it gotta be rent. Like it gotta be rent. And you know what the crazy thing is to me? And this is going a little bit more to the left. But as a guy, if I've only known you for 90 days, 30 days, 60 days, I need to check myself and ask myself
Why they feel comfortable?
why they feel comfortable enough
Yup.
to ask me for money right now.
That's me. Like,
Nah,
period.
like, yo,
Yeah.
90 days.
Why do
is
you
not a long
feel
time.
comfortable enough asking me for
if you're spending a lot of
anything?
time,
Yeah.
I don't care how much time I'm spending. Like, what did I
That's the
reveal
point,
to
yeah.
you that you thought you could say, yo, Rico?
Maybe you talked
can
a
I
little bit
borrow
too much and you
$1,000?
flashed them chains a
Right,
little
it's
bit.
the chains. It's
too
the
much.
chains.
because I knew a G wasn't nothing to you, partner.
Right.
But, like,
Don't be walking around me with all of this.
I
with
never
all of
take
this
my
on.
chains off.
Whoa.
I need a few dollars.
Whoa.
It's the shiny pants too.
Right.
I'm different than Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Buddy a little different than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just tell him all this is rented. Listen, I got no problem playing broke. Like, you can call me broke. It does not faze me. I sleep great in my nice home, right? But what I'm trying to say is I would have to check myself. Why do you feel comfortable?
What vibes are you giving off?
Yeah, like, well, what am I doing? Did I just, you know why she's asking you for 1,000? Because you spent 500 on dinner twice in 2 weeks.
Because it means it ain't. You're showing that it really ain't nothing.
She's one of those, like, you know what? Like, women are smart. Like, women would be like, they'll calculate how much you spend on them and then be like, instead of spending it on me for
Just give it
dinners,
to me.
and just give
Just
me
give
it.
it to me, yeah.
So, bro, you need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? From one
You
guy
do
the
need to
next.
chill out.
And yeah, you got us here to help you out, you know?
Because at that point, I don't even know why you would be so shocked.
But they do be shocked, right? They do.
Give it to her, by the way.
Right. I just honestly,
You
I
gonna give it
feel
to her,
like
bro, you better not give it to
I
her,
know that
bro.
it was brought
You
up
gotta give it-
that if $1,000 means nothing to you, like you can just give it. But even if it didn't mean anything to you, right? Like I just feel like $1,000. That's $1,000. You're not asking for no little $100. I'm gonna give it back to you tomorrow. Like that's
100
a
might be 1,000 for somebody.
I would.
Yo, you know what the crazy thing is?
You
She
right,
probably
but-
need. Women are smart like this too. She probably only need 200, but to not look bad, she gonna ask for a rack.
For a rack.
And you be like, I ain't gonna look bad and say I only need my phone bill. I'm gonna just asking for the whole 1,000.
Hey,
to not look bad.
Yeah, because if you need 200, it's like, whoa, hold on.
Or
This
maybe
is a
she's
real
like,
red
I'm gonna
flag.
ask for 1,000, I might get 5. See? She probably like, I'm gonna ask for 1,000, he might give me 5. Remember that in real estate.
Always give a half. Yeah,
I
I was gonna say.
I'd be like, where's the rest? What is this?
Yeah, Aaron did that with people with
Where's the
99
rest?
cents. Give me the penny.
I need all of it.
Is this
I think we need our shot before.
Yes, please.
It's shot o'clock.
Everybody.
Is this the friend zone?
Wait, what time is it?
Shot o'clock.
Shot
Um,
02.
If I feel like it's too crazy, I'm pleading the
O'clock.
Is
fifth.
this a friend zone question? No, it's a good
Why you
question.
It's a
Because he's
I think this
anticipating it
is
to be really
nervous.
crazy.
Okay, by the way, shout out to Michael Matroke.
No, I'm not.
Michael Metro. What up, bruh?
Thank
Just
you.
shut
We
up.
appreciate
Don't get on
you.
the cameras if you scared.
shut up.
Michael's always out here.
Little bro.
No, you little bro.
In there regulating.
Over there, little
He
bro.
is in there
Say, little bro.
moderating, and that makes
Little bro.
all our jobs easier.
Woo, woo, woo.
When did you graduate high school?
2015. 2015, nigga. I actually graduated college in 2019.
Oh, Lonnie had it.
Stupid.
Alan, put it right here. I'll put
I
the
was
shots. I'll put
already
the shots.
out
Put
of
'em right-
school in 2020. Lil bro.
Barely.
Lil bro.
Oh, you finished in 2019?
That's
I didn't know that.
little young ones.
That was like right before the pandemic. Damn.
Yeah, how old are you?
25.
25. Okay.
She a little young, you know.
You're a little young buck.
Yeah, little young buck.
Where'd you go?
Work.
school. So I'm from Rahway. So I went to
Okay, that's
yeah,
Jersey.
Rahway,
right?
yeah, Rahway, New Jersey. Yeah.
By the way,
But I went to high school and college in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you moved. Your folks moved. up there?
Yeah. My folks moved, so I moved out there.
Your folks.
I just learned something the other day.
What?
So I went to Brooklyn High
can't
School of the
argue with
Arts,
results.
which is a fairly new high
Alright,
school.
shot o'clock.
But before it was Brooklyn High School of the Arts, it was called Sarah J. Hill, and Lil Kim went there.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That's why you act like that?
That's why I asked.
Shout out, Lil Kim.
We
Fuck
do. We
you.
love Little Kim.
Lil bro.
Yes.
Amanda's got
Man, they're gonna need this shot.
I'm gonna take my shot
Yeah,
of
take
water.
a shot of
Yeah,
water.
I got
Just
y'all.
take-
the wife just came.
Not
You
the
right on
wife.
time.
Not the wife just came.
The
All
wife.
right,
The wife.
We're gonna say cheers to a great 6 weeks of Lent being over.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
I know y'all noticed
Double
we back
up.
drinking again.
Yes.
So
Wait, Marie,
Um,
where's your shot?
Jesus is risen.
Jesus is risen.
Cheers.
Was- Oh, they decided to leave me out.
She
It's
wanted
okay.
to be an innovator.
Oh, wait, hold on. Aaron, you too quick.
Take that shot.
Ooh.
I didn't even know he had on glasses first.
Yes.
I only saw Rico's. Then I feel bad for Amanda.
I played Hamlet in high school. You want me to read it with dramatic? Okay. Are my finances enough?
Oh, I thought I was hot.
Sorry.
I almost said thanks.
I'm reading the question as I have it. Are my finances enough to get me out of the friend zone? A guy asks his girl's best friend to be with him, and he'll take care of her. He knows what she's going through. Like we don't have enough.
Wait, read that.
Yeah, read that.
This is the question you gave us before. I feel like
Leave with your
nobody
money?
nobody can.
Well, okay. Oh wait, can I?
Well,
Can I
actually,
answer? Or
I'm lying
sheesh?
because in the last segment we did definitely possible.
Mariah said she is in love.
She said you can buy her love.
Can you buy your way out of the friend zone?
I think you can.
Some women.
To some women, you can buy your way out of the friend zone. If that question was for me specifically, no, not for me. Because y'all know,
He's asking for your advice.
Yeah, just be
no,
honest.
but don't do it. Don't do it. One, because that person that has put you in a friend zone will never really like you. Like for real. They're gonna like your money. So what's the point? You buy your way, you get the girl, but the girl wants your money. Like you want to love on this girl, and this girl wants to go get her toes done every 2 weeks. All of a sudden, like she wants the 30-inch wigs, and now she wants to go get her body done, and you're funding this lifestyle for her, and she doesn't love you, bro.
Damn
Leave
her
her-
for wanting a pedicure.
No, but okay, no, the bitch wasn't getting her toes done every 2 weeks. The bitch toes was crusty getting it done every month because she was saving that gel pedicure, holding it down for dear life. And now she's like, oh, well, my man gonna keep giving me money because that's what got him here. No,
All right. So this
keep
is
the money in your pockets.
This
She's
is-
not gonna love you.
this is my take. I actually think he can buy his way out of the friend zone, but not in the way that you're thinking. And this actually goes back to what you said earlier, Coolio. I think that he could take that money, get him a gym membership, do some investing. He can get his teeth fixed. He can buy himself a new wardrobe. He can hire a wardrobe consultant like London, come in, tell him what he got in his closet, whether it works or not. He can buy a new car. You know, there are many things that he can do with that money that is going to make him more attractive to that woman or women like her, that does not require him to spend that money on her, if that makes any sense.
That makes perfect sense. But maybe this is a pride thing for me. But if you use your money to better yourself, because I think that we started off the conversation saying that, like
Mhm.
you can better yourself and, to get the person that you want. Maybe it's a pride thing for me because I'm a very prideful person. Once you fix yourself up and now you're feeling like the best you that you've felt, are you going to go for that same person that has already friend zoned you? Or now do you feel like up here now and your ego is like,
It
higher
happens. It
than
happens in-
usually is. So you're going to go for somebody maybe even better than the person that friend zoned you. Are you going to keep like making your way around to see if you can get in there or just find better.
I would love to hear Cooley's opinion before I give mine.
Yeah, so I would say it's I wouldn't say it's impossible. Everything is possible. We could
love
maybe
that.
make it to Pluto one day. Is Pluto still a planet? Who knows? I don't know.
No, I think it's not.
I think it's not. So
Said it's not, but on my
My little
horoscope,
nephew told me it's not no more.
yeah, so
app, they still include
what I'm
Pluto.
saying is anything is possible, but it's not probable. So a man leading with his money, you put yourself in a customer frame. Once you put yourself in a customer frame, but think about it, you're already in the friend zone anyway. So if you're in that friend zone anyway, that means that she's really not feeling you like that, homie. So what he can do is exactly what you said and what I was alluded to before, was that you could increase your value as a man. The great thing about men is that we start at 0%. It's like you watch anime? You watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I was
Dragon Ball Z. Goku. Okay, cool. Vegeta, Goku.
Relax.
But anyways,
He said,
you get
"Go,
what I'm saying? You could, as a man, right? The thing is this, right? So women, like you alluded to it before. You said, well, a man really just hasn't checked off all my boxes. So women have all of these boxes. So as a man, you can increase your value to check off more boxes for a female. And as you check off more boxes for a female, you'll become more attractive. I actually talked about this on my podcast as well, how women put guys in a friend zone, but guys put women in a sex zone, right? So I guess y'all was alluding to that a little earlier too, how, well, if he makes money, will he really be attracted to her like that? The reality is that no, she's gonna be recreational use only. He's gonna hit it and that's all. Oh yeah, you dissed me back then. Well, cool. Yeah, you like me now, so I'm gonna keep you in the sex zone only now. But that rarely happens anyway. You know what I'm saying? And to the people that it does happen to, those are guys that worked on it. They increased their value. They worked on themselves.
And
So
that's the thing. And first of all, don't from man to man, never increase your value out of spite. I'm
Big facts.
tired of that. Because in all actuality, no, you can't buy yourself out the friend zone. I don't care how much upgrading that you do. You know why? You said it, you touched on it. She does not like you. Can you have sex with her? Can you potentially get her to lay down next to you? Yes. But she still does not like you. She likes your car. She likes your new body. She likes your new house. She likes your money. She does not like you at your core. So now you have to realize, if you're a guy trying to get out of the friend zone and you buy yourself out of the friend zone, and I don't believe it's very, very likely. Let's say you do. Once you buy yourself out the friend zone, you have to sit here and say, well, is this somebody that really loves my core? Is this somebody that is actually going to give me unconditional love? No. You've upgraded your entire life, which means there are stipulations for you to even be on her requirement to be eligible for her.
yeah.
You feel me? So now what I would say to you is keep it at a friend, but upgrade just to be better than where you're at right now, but still keep her on that same friend zone. See, the people, this is what I see. A woman that'll friend zone a man, then the man upgrades himself, and then the woman gets out of the friend zone. Nah, keep her in the friend zone. Now she's in your friend zone.
She in the sex zone, baby.
No.
Not even. Don't even give it
she's in
to
the
her.
friend zone. Don't put her in the
No
sex
box.
zone. No, she gets no dick. You don't get no dick. Like, yeah, you didn't want me when I was a 4. That's cool. I'm a 10. You was a 7 back then. You still a 7, but I'm a 10. Listen, we're gonna
All right,
be
Mike
friends.
Jones, back then.
You feel me? Back then, like back
Back
then.
then.
Real though.
You feel me? But like
Now
my
I'm a
thing is,
10 and now I'm going for the 8s and the 9s.
Cause what are you gonna do?
Still a 4. You just
Thank you. That's what I was waiting to say.
Nah, nah,
Thank
just
you.
a nice
No,
car, my
wait.
guy.
Let it finish, because I was ready to.
Nah, but my
I was
thing is-
waiting on it.
So my thing is, when I'm saying upgrade, I'm not saying you're a 4. Like, I mean, unless we're talking about that, it's way different. But what I'm saying is, if a dude has the capacity to build himself, first of all, well, nowadays it's different. Guys are getting BBLs. Like, so
Yeah, it is
so
cheat
it's a whole
codes.
different. But let's just say we take that off the board. You work on yourself, first of all, to get real results in the gym. like real results, sustaining results, it's gonna spend about a year of building yourself. And 5 days, 4 days a week, good diets, it takes a lot of discipline, right? So once you build
Don't
yourself,
read on top of that.
huh?
Don't read.
Yeah, and now you're exactly, now you're reading books, you're investing in your mental and your physical health, your physical and mental, like just upbringing better, whatever the case may be. The problem is that girl doesn't like you for who you are, and it's cool, right? But she likes you enough to keep you around because you're supportive. You feel me?
So I feel like that's not like bullshit. Oh, I'm gonna try to be better, be like to one up her, like saying like get better out of spite. Like that's not bullshit. Like that takes some serious like. All right, well she did that. Well, I'm gonna do that, but I'm really in this now. Like now I'm bettering myself for me, not even for her, because at this
It
point,
started
once
it.
exactly
Yeah.
that gave me the drive.
Yeah.
But once I'm bettering myself, I already know what I'm capable of. I already know the potential that I have and who I can get at this point. So she's in the past. I'm not going back to. I'm not doubling back to try to get her.
Yeah, and
Leave her in the friend zone.
yeah, usually it happens naturally with I would say human beings in general, men and women. So like as a man, right? All right, so the guy's in friend zone. So he's in friend zone obviously because he's just not that nigga to her. You don't cut it. He's not making a cut. So I truly believe as a man, when you work on yourself, right? You get in the gym, all the things we said. You get in the gym, become the best version of yourself, build up your finances, build up your mindset, and then what that does is, right? So I always say competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. And that's what builds the man.
That's really good.
And then from there, you have more options, right? So yeah, you in a friend zone with this girl, but now you have options. And with options comes an abundance mindset. So then you don't even really tolerate her inadequacies like that. You get what I'm saying? Like as a man, you're gonna be like, like you're gonna see where she was inadequate like that. And you're not even gonna take her seriously anyway. So naturally, she's gonna be in a friend zone or the sex zone anyway. So yeah.
So
Give
this
him
is
no dick, bro. Like,
this is
sometimes-
this is what I was
No.
gonna counter, and you actually already touched on it. Because yeah, she doesn't like you. You know why? Because you don't like yourself. You probably
Yeah.
don't have good self-esteem. You probably, even if you have, even if you like yourself, your self-esteem isn't where it should be, such that you are operating out of a different mindset. You
Yeah.
just talked about this. I think that like women see women see confidence. We feel the confidence. Well, if a 5 dudes walked in here,
You
the
know
one
who
with the
top
most
G.
the
You
one
know.
with the most confidence, you're gonna already know who he is, And so going back to the original statement is that yeah, you can buy your way out, because once you make yourself better, you're gonna have more confidence. You're gonna mentally be in a better space. You're gonna be able to command a room. You're gonna be able to have better conversations. You're going to be able to, like talk about more interesting things, because the more you read, the more your mind is lifted, the more you're able to like emote and have like better conversations about more than the fucking weather or the Giants or whatever. Like you get something like really deep. So I think that this all goes back to money. The money gave you a better haircut and a better hairline. The money got you a trainer. The money bought you some protein. The money got your investments up. The money got you a new car. Like all of this goes back to like having the resources to get you in a place. Books ain't free. You know what I mean?
Either. You
Like-
don't need money.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, you
But
do need
I'll
money.
say that.
You can make $30,000 a year and be a fit, smart individual.
Yeah.
Protein ain't cheap. Trainers on protein. No,
is
protein.
$500 a year.
Protein is not
That boy walking.
quality. Protein is not
You
cheap.
don't need to buy
Quality
protein.
foods are not cheap. Like, and we're talking about like physical health and mental health. Like vitamins ain't cheap. Mushrooms ain't cheap. All the shit that goes into your body to maintain your skin, to maintain your teeth, to maintain your joints, your bones, like your muscles. Like none of that shit is cheap.
Aaron, there's people, and I'm not even, but that sounds foolish only because it's not a necessity. There are men, I hate to say it, that are in jail that have the best physiques and nice teeth. They don't have adequate, like they don't have great supplying food. They don't have all these different things that we're saying that it's
They
expensive.
have youth.
No,
They
they
have
don't.
you.
Well-
They do have you.
Well, look, I,
Time.
You don't like him.
Because he's lame.
You don't like him not because he's just lame. We always add these variables. He's probably lacking confidence. Even if he is, or whether he is or he isn't, he's still demonstrating a good, I would say, percentage of who he is. With money or without money, people are going to be what they are. So if you're getting him,
How confident are you with a fucked up hairline? How
I ain't-
confident are you with fucked up teeth?
I'm being,
How confident are you with a fucked up vocabulary? How
haven't
confident
had-
are you if you can't fucking read?
I
I'm
haven't
just
had-
saying.
Well, first of all, if he
Yeah.
can't read and he can't speak, she's
That's a whole
she's probably.
I
not
was
even
about
gonna
to
be with
say.
him. But
yeah.
that's a whole nother. I mean, like at all, he's not gonna even be a friend. So now we're adding all these different layers, which is what we like to do, and that's what I was trying to tell you, Miri. It's just always no. It's them that be adding these extra layers. The reality is this: to keep it simplified. Even if you upgrade yourself, the person who put you in the friend zone does not value a part of you that will forever exist. So why are you going to sit here and upgrade yourself just to double back on just to double back to somebody who is going to find a piece of you that will never be accepted as a significant other in terms of an intimate relationship? It does not make sense. Upgrade yourself. Yes. Can it be a start point? Cool. Use it as motivation to get yourself to another level. Keep that person as a friend, just like they kept you as a friend, and go get somebody else who might like all of you.